Professor George Saitoti was a perfect example of people who hail from humble beginnings to eventually hold powerful positions. Professor Saitoti'S fortunes changed for the better when former President Daniel Arap Moi plucked him from the world of academics at the University of Nairobi and thrust him into politics. Saitoti joined Parliament as a nominated MP in 1983, and he has never looked back. He was elected Member of Parliament for Kajiado North in 1988 in the infamous Mlolongo system and has held the seat for 25 years. He was born on 3rd of August 1945 and started school at Ololua Primary School in Kajiado.
Sisi tulikuwa tunavaa suruali ambayo ilikuwa imejaa viraka.
Saitoti would go on to study in Mangu High School before proceeding to the United States for his undergraduate studies in mathematics and economics. He then moved to the United Kingdom, where he acquired a Master of Science degree in mathematics from the University of Sussex, Brighton, and acquired his PhD in mathematics in 1972 from the University of Warwick. The professor of mathematics enjoyed a career as a mathematics lecturer at the University of Nairobi before plunging into politics. Under former President Moi, he was to become the country's longest-serving vice president. He also held the position of Minister for Finance and later Education. Yet despite his loyalty to KANU, Saitoti would fall out of step with former President Daniel Moi. In 2002, Moi declined to anoint Saitoti as his successor, instead anointing relative newcomer, youthful Uhuru Kenyatta. Saitoti found himself in hot soup at the KANU National Delegates meeting in Kasarani when he failed to clinch a top seat in the new KANU lineup, forcing him to make the now famous "There Comes a Time" speech.
There comes a time when the nation is more important than an individual. It is because of that consideration and in consultation that I say I shall not offer myself for as a candidate for any position.
But ever the shrewd politician and strategist, Saitoti would reinvent himself and rebound, joining NAC in 2002. In Kibaki's government, he was appointed Minister for Internal Security and Provincial Administration, a position previously occupied by Kibaki's confidant, the late John Mishuki. Yet despite earning Kibaki's favor, his troubles were far from over. For decades, Saitoti's opponents revisited the famous Golden Bug scandal, seeking to discredit him. The damning Bosire report of 2006 saw him step down as Education Minister, only for him to be reinstated to cabinet after the courts eventually cleared him of any wrongdoing. His dual heritage as a Maasai with Kikuyu bloodlines was also brought up several times in the face of questions about whether he could muster the support of the Maasai community. But in 2011, the professor of mathematics confirmed that he was in the race to succeed President Kibaki, who is set to retire after the next general elections. He was billed as one of the frontrunners. Now, with his death, nobody will ever know how far the mathematics professor would have made it in the race to State House. I'm Wilkis Anyabwa reporting for KTN.